You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, King Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Snooki and Jwoww After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Snooki and Jwoww After Show.
Thing is for doing, and we're here doing another episode of Snooki and Jwoww. Woohoo! At season 2, episode 4, and you guys, this was a really big episode.
Yes.
There's a lot that happened. This is kind of like the accumulation of a lot of stuff going on in Snooki's life, and we got baby Lorenzo in the picture.
Baby is here.
Yes. I mean, I have to say, how many times while we were watching this episode did we say, oh my God, that's so cute. Oh my God, that's so cute.
It was a very, very cute episode, and Lorenzo was just the cherry on top. He's the most adorable little baby I've seen in a long time.
Before we get into it, I am your host, Erika Vieira, and I'm here with my lovely co-host.
I'm Kelli Taylor.
Hey guys, I'm Annika Michelle.
And we're here to discuss the adorable,
So cute.
so cute, baby Lorenzo.
Yes.
So cute.
So, like in true Snooki fashion, she had the entire birth basically out there for everyone to see. And, you know, and that was one of the things that was part of the predictions. We were like, is she going to show it? Is she not? And I think we said, knowing Snooki and that she likes to show everything, she's going to show it. And she did. And what's funny is that one of our producers here, Phil, of course, he walks into the screening room at that exact moment, and he's like, "Get me out of here!" And he like runs out.
Right when the baby's coming out. And we all, sorry.
We do that all the time.
Lots to say.
Yeah, we all talked about that last week. We're like, oh no, they're not going to show it. They're just going to get the reactions, and like from the chest up, they're not going to put the camera down there, but they put it down there. Like no questions, it was coming out of her.
And like they show the doctor or the nurse's hands like going into Snooki's like area. Like pulling him out. I mean, it was pretty graphic.
It was really, really graphic for MTV. I mean, they don't even show that on 16 and Pregnant.
No,
No.
They need to
I've
know.
never seen it.
On 16 and Pregnant, what they do is they show them, you know, getting ready for birth. They're in the hospital room, and then they cut to, oh here's
look
the
at the
clean
baby.
little baby. Like, we've never seen, or at least me, on MTV, like, anything that graphic.
I wonder if this is a first for MTV, because like MTV is more of a younger generation thing. It's not so much about, you know, except for like the Teen Mom, but not so much about like, you know, women giving birth and having a family. And this is out there. All the wonderful and not so wonderful parts of being pregnant and giving birth.
Snooki and Jionni, they're both producers on the show, so maybe she said, hey, I want that show.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the first time for her.
Yeah,
so.
don't leave anything out.
I was going to say, we've seen Snooki's Kuka before, so this is just a little different, just not in a club.
Right.
Now she's in a hospital having birth.
No naked cartwheels.
No, Kuka's been everywhere.
With the doctor down there ready for the catch.
I know. But I have to say, how adorable was Snooki's dad?
So cute.
Like the way he was sobbing and just like there's so much emotion
Yeah, and he was like crying on the phone. He's like, the baby's here, and the mom's just like looking at him, like she's like, all right, you know.
I know. And he was so emotional.
Yeah, Snooki and her dad, they have a really close relationship too. We've seen that play out on Jersey Shore and the other season of Snooki and Jwoww. So I think it was just that much more special and more important for her dad to actually see her give birth.
Yeah, I think so too. And, you know, you see Jenny coming in and, you know, Auntie Jenny, Uncle Roger, and how cute was that? I mean, she was just very emotional. They were all really emotional. I mean, when it comes to reality TV, this is real. This is their lives. And it's kind of, you do feel almost like in this instance, like really kind of what the essence of reality TV is like being a fly on the wall and like real things happening. And you feel like this actually with this show. Maybe not so much. I mean, Jersey Shore was pretty... Parts of it, I think, were manufactured. Parts of it were real. But this just definitely seems like they're living their lives, and we're just kind of watching it.
And to see it, yeah.
And
I think that's a good observation of it. I do feel like that with this. I don't feel like this is one of those shows that are, I'm sure there are parts of it that are scripted, but it just doesn't feel as scripted as a lot of the other reality shows that we see.
yeah, especially in these moments. I mean, how do you script like the birth of a child and people's reactions and parents and family getting involved? That's a little harder to script, and I don't think they did here because there's a lot to work with just naturally.
Yeah.
You know, and to see Snooki and Jionni, I mean, they're adorable. They're so happy. Snooki,
cute.
when Snooki was like crying, I almost saw myself like almost getting like kind of not like there yet, but I was like, oh my God, like Snooki was just like, I'm just so happy, and it's genuine. I mean, she is like.
She's very happy.
She's so happy.
Yeah.
And Lorenzo is adorable.
Oh my gosh, I love him. I hope he's on every show from here on out. Like, he needs to make a cameo in every single episode.
He's so cute. He's so cute. And
So cute.
and like it's true. I think it was Jenny who said it. It's like he doesn't look like the weird like old man, like funny looking baby that a lot of babies look like. He was just like cute, like right out of the gate, literally.
Even
As soon as the doctor caught him, he was cute.
Wiped a little blood off.
very true. Even when Roger came in the hospital room, he was like, you know how Roger gives people a hard time and he always jokes around with them, and he was like, I can't even do that now. Like, this baby, I'm so happy for you guys. This baby is so like, wow, I don't even know what to say. Like, he couldn't even like be his like, you know, regular Roger self.
Yeah, he was like, there's nothing to make fun of, nothing. He was just like, wow, this is really,
He
really
also
nice.
took back everything that he had said. Yeah, he's like, I take back everything I've ever said about him.
Oh, really? So that I must have missed that.
To Jionni, yeah.
Aww.
It was cute.
They were all emotional. And it was funny, like when Jenny was holding the baby, I was like, is the baby's just gonna start sucking on Jenny's boobs? It was like right, you know, she was like right there. I'm like, that'd be funny if the baby's like, he's like, here's a nice big one.
How funny is that?
That would be funny. And then hearing, I gotta bring up hearing Jionni describe the placenta as a stingray.
Oh my gosh. With wings.
With wings.
Flapping out of the vagina.
Like, really, Jionni? That's how you describe the placenta, as a stingray flapping its wings.
Oh my gosh.
That was just the beginning. That was like just cracking the door just a little bit for all of the gross things they talked about this episode.
Well, let's take a little bit of break from the birth stuff and talk a little bit about Jenny and Roger and kind of what they're going through right now. So, unlike their storyline, we're seeing that they're going to go visit his father in Maine, and as we find out that his dad had a triple bypass heart surgery or something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So so they're getting ready to go, and they're doing all like the usual things, you know, bickering, arguing. And I thought it was funny how, and being a girl, I'm sure you guys think about this too when you go on trips. It's like, she's like, well, how many hoochie outfits? How many like, it's funny that she calls them hoochie outfits, like club outfits, you know?
Yeah. The shoe closet. Let's just take a second for the shoe closet.
Yes.
I mean, she has tons of shoes. I wanted to see her clothes.
That shoe closet was amazing. When I saw that, I was like, oh my God, I want a shoe closet like that.
Yeah, and I know you said something about once you have that much space, it's like you just have to keep buying and keep buying in order to fill up that much space. I mean, and she had them color coordinated. I was amazed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first time we saw that closet, I feel like. I'm like, how are they hiding this? To me, that's a whole nother character of the show, that closet.
That closet is
Oh
one
my
of its own.
God.
That is insane. It's like people's bedrooms could fit in that closet.
Well, that was a bedroom.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it looked like it was like another bedroom of the house that she turned into a closet. And so on the other side, she had like her clothes, and then a wall turned into a shoe closet. I mean, she lives in a house. So she probably lives in like, what, 4 bedrooms?
Yeah.
You know,
and they're one room.
They're one room, and she probably has like an office or something. I mean, they don't have any kids or anything. Why not turn one into a closet?
Yeah.
For sure.
I would. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because I didn't pay attention to it being a room. I just figured it was like a huge walk-in closet.
I mean, a house like that doesn't naturally have a walk-in closet.
Right.
You know, it's not like it's these like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills where they've got these like ginormous
Custom-made,
homes and
yeah.
custom-made like closets. Like that looked like a room that she turned into a closet, and like shelving and all that.
And just racks, colors, and you name it, she has it in that closet.
I want that closet. I mean, I'm like, I want that because it's true when you have it all out like that.
It's so much easier.
Yeah, it's so much easier to get dressed. It's so much faster. And it is true, though. You do end up wanting to just fill it. Like, so you buy more and buy more.
Because it looks empty if it's not all the shelves filled.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I don't have that much.
And then when you could color code them, like how cool to have like that many shoes and that many different colors.
Yeah.
And we've commented on her shoes. Like what the last episode, she wore like purple high heels.
Pumps to the gym or something.
And like leggings and like a gym looking outfit. That's like her favorite thing to wear is like a V-neck,
Sweats.
short sleeve t-shirt with like leggings and high heels. Or like if it's cold, like Uggs out. Uggs, you know?
It's true.
Yeah, that's like her uniform, which I thought was funny that she kept on talking about like nice going out or nice like club outfits, which we've obviously seen her like in club outfits, but she doesn't, on this show, she doesn't wear them that often.
No, we only seen them in the club that one episode where Tom, no, not Tom. What's the guy's name from the Jersey Shore store?
Oh,
Tom, yeah.
it's not.
their boss.
No. Tom was
The boss, yeah.
Tom was her ex.
Maybe that's we don't want to bring him in.
Danny.
That's who it is.
Yeah.
Can't believe you forgot that.
Hey, I remembered.
I know, and we actually shouldn't bring Tom into this show. Like,
No.
We'll just scratch that. Act like you guys didn't hear that one.
Yeah. She's obviously moving on, or at least trying to move on with Roger, wanting to get the ring, wanting to get married. And a lot of the storyline this week was about, naturally, because of, Snooki moving on in her life with Lorenzo, about Jenny and Roger and them getting married.
And it almost seemed like in Snooki, she took the words right out of my mouth. If you're going to take me on this trip to this woodsy place, even though your parents or your father lives there and they were spending another night away from the father, it's like, oh, maybe he'll go ahead and propose. So that was naturally what I was thinking.
We were all thinking that while we were watching it.
Yeah.
I mean, we were all thinking, is he going to propose? Is he going to propose? And I think naturally the girls were all thinking, okay, is he going to do it? Is he going to pop the question? And even once he gets there in Maine, his parents, or it's his dad and his stepmom, right? That's what we kind of concluded. So they were giving him the pressure.
They were. And even the stepmom was like, I really want this to happen. Come on, And she's like, well, Betty,
It was definitely 3 against 1.
Yeah.
I mean, the pressure was on. But that's kind of what I've been talking about since the beginning of this. I think it's too much pressure. At first, it was just her, and then it was her and maybe Snooki. Now it's like, now you have my dad and my stepmother in this. It's just a little too much for me.
And I'm glad to know that he actually did propose and that they're actually engaged, because watching this, and say he hadn't proposed, I'd be thinking like, this guy really does not want to marry her. Because at this point, everyone's rooting for it. Everyone's saying you guys are, a good couple. His parents wanted to obviously his dad wants it to happen. It's Jwoww, And like, if he hadn't proposed, we'd all be watching this, I think, from a different perspective and being like, oh my God, poor girl. Just stop talking about it, poor girl. But we're kind of like watching like, oh, that's cute. He's, taking his time and blah, blah, blah.
But I feel like at the same time, like, he's putting up with a lot before. Like, she's holding out on him as far as we know on the show, And, like, he's still hanging out. Like, all right, no worries, all right. We're not going to hook up or whatever. But, but, like, I mean, I feel like not many guys would. Many guys would be like, peace out. I'm not going to give you a ring. You're not, you know.
Well, he talked about, it was actually really sweet where he talked about for a little bit like how he was fine being totally single. He didn't see himself as like the marrying kind. He didn't see himself like tied down by a woman or whatever his words. And he said, he's like, you know, I would wake up in the past, I'd be alone in my bed. I'd be perfectly fine and happy with it. Like now, anytime I'm away from Jenny, like I miss her. I want to be with her. And at least it was nice to see that like softer side of Roger.
When his dad, he made a few points about getting married with it just being the piece of paper and validating it that way. And he kind of broke away from that too. He's like, now I have 3 more reasons as to why I should be married.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we know he loves her. We know that they are engaged now, but I don't feel like you should pressure anyone into it. Just let it happen.
Naturally.
Yeah, naturally, organically, yeah. He's getting a lot of pressure.
Yeah. I feel like pressure sometimes drives the guy away because they're like, okay, I'll do it, but now your whole family, you know, everyone's like, now I can't take it, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You know?
And I've always had an issue too. I agree with you, both you guys, about it's too much pressure. Let it happen organically. I always have an issue though with like the focus on being about the wedding and the ring versus being about actually getting married. And because she keeps on saying, like, oh, I want that ring. I want the ring. Is like, what do you want? Do you want the what do you really want? You want the proposal. You want the engagement. You want him. You want to get married to him. I'm like, I hate it when girls are like, oh, the ring. It's like, it's not about the ring.
It's not.
It's about the commitment.
Because wedding is only one day, and the rest of your life you're supposed to be with this person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think she'd just be happy if he were to give her a ring.
I think so too.
They could be engaged for the next 15 years, and I think she'd be happy because she has her ring.
She has a ring. I think that a little bit too, because for her, they already live together. So it doesn't necessarily signify like, okay, we're going to get engaged, we're going to get married, we're going to move in. So, and all intents and purposes, like they're playing husband and wife. She just doesn't have that ring. She doesn't have the validation, and, you know.
Right, and Bill, Roger's dad, that's how he broke it right down.
Yeah.
He's like, you just want that piece of paper.
Yeah.
So I mean, she can write on a piece of paper, we're married, and he gave her the ring, and she'd be happy.
I think she'd be happy. I just think it's that I agree. I think it's the validation from Roger that and of the commitment, and he's in it for the long haul, and you know, and that's the thing too. Like, why is stopping him? Like they're living together. They've been together for a while. He's old. Like what is seriously? Like what's stopping him?
Roger?
Yeah, it's one thing if they were both like 23, or maybe you know she didn't have a house and they were both living different places. It'd be totally different. But they're ready. Her best friend just had a kid. I think. I don't know. I'm wondering if it's. I don't think so. I don't think it ends up happening on the show during the season.
I think it's on the season finale.
Is it?
That's what I'm thinking. It will probably be the finale.
Okay.
I think.
I guess we'll have to stay tuned and see. All right. So now moving back to the new parents, the new mommy and daddy, and all the things that they're going through. So first thing I thought was hilarious was all those stupid questions.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
You know, when we talked about this too, how the nurse said that there's no such thing as stupid questions. Well, some questions are just a little stupid. Like he asked about the chocolate milk. I thought it was hilarious, but he knows that she's not going to like have or produce chocolate milk.
And I thought it was funny too that they kept on like getting the nurse. There was just like a free like encyclopedia of like parenting advice, and they took it very seriously. Like, well, ask her. She's here. Like, we need to know. Can he lay on his back and hiccup or whatever?
And I just think it was funny. Like every 2 seconds, she'd press the button like beep, 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 and you'd see like the nurse coming in like 30 times, you know. And like this poor woman is probably like, give me another room. I can't. Like every time the bell's ringing, they call me.
I know.
I would have liked for them to just do an episode of that, like all of the questions that they asked the nurse. I think because I'm sure they called her in more than like the 10 or 15 times that we saw.
Oh yeah.
So I think I would have enjoyed seeing that.
What I thought was funny though, Snooki was like at the end, well, I'm so glad to be going home because the nurse was doing everything, and now I'll be able to do it. It's like, girl, you were ringing the bell every 2 seconds. Like,
you're telling the nurse to do everything. That's true. I didn't even think about that. But what I was thinking about was like, well, it's really great that they went to all those parenting classes. I mean, it looked like that didn't really pay off, you know? Like
they spent most of the time making jokes.
Yeah.
I don't think they learned anything.
No. Then they go to like a parenting class, and then they had to nurse him to the house, like all of it. And then they like, it's like, they're like, you know, they say you only learn once you start actually doing it.
Right.
So they needed
very
Lorenzo to
true.
practice on, I guess. And then, and Snooki's breastfeeding. So they had I think the lactation consultant or nurse come in and kind of give him some info on that. And you mentioned the question about chocolate milk, which, yeah, that's
Ridiculous.
yeah.
I wonder who he was asking for, himself or
Right,
the
or the
baby?
baby.
Or the baby. Ew.
Like, who can have this chocolate milk?
Except I have heard though that if women eat certain types of food, like it does.
Change the flavor.
Change the flavor of the
but
milk.
not like chocolate.
Yeah, I think it's certain foods. I don't know what it is, but
I think like you can't eat curry. I mean, I've never had a child. I don't know,
Oh.
but I mean, like, I feel like if you eat curry or like spicy foods, like it like changes the flavor of it. So that's
Huh.
why they say if you're breastfeeding, don't eat spicy food.
oh, is that what they say?
Or don't eat like curry food or stuff like that, or garlic, because it would go in the breast milk.
Ew, that's so gross. The baby's like, what the hell? But then again, maybe it's a good thing. I mean, because doesn't it help like your
Open the
taste
taste buds.
Yeah, because I don't like spicy foods. Maybe if my mom had eaten curry.
Womp, womp, womp.
I don't like milk. Maybe if my mom would have given me some chocolate milk a little bit.
I don't like
I'd be
milk
happy.
either.
I don't
but
either. That's
yeah,
so funny.
yeah, I don't like milk. I don't drink milk.
I
either.
drain out of my cereal before I eat it.
Really? I don't eat cereal.
It's
Wait,
so-
what?
I drain milk
I don't
out of
eat
my
cereal either.
Yeah, I don't
We're
eat
getting all
cereal.
off topic.
If you really want to get into it, cereals, yeah, I don't eat. It's not very healthy. It's all sugar,
Well,
even the healthy ones. Sorry to break your bubble, burst your bubble. But anyways, so what were we saying? Oh, the other thing too was the pump and dump.
oh yes.
And that was Snooki's question, of course. Like, how much can I drink? When can I start drinking? And how does that affect the baby and the milk?
She's like, I'm gonna have 2 bottles of wine.
She said, wine is like eating Pringles. Once you pop, you just can't stop.
That's such a great Snooki quote, isn't it? It's, I mean, I'm sure for her, after 9 months of not drinking anything, being around people as they're partying, drinking, she's probably ready to have a nice, tall glass of wine.
Yeah.
I'm almost surprised that she didn't. I know Jessica Simpson, when she had her first baby, she had like a bottle of something.
Champagne?
We'll just say bourbon. No, she had like hard liquor.
Oh.
She had a bottle of it, and she's like, as soon as I have this baby, pour me a shot. And I'm just like, Snooki's gonna do that too.
Really?
Because she seemed like she was so envious of everyone while they were
Yeah.
out partying on Jersey Shore. So I just thought for sure she was gonna be like, yeah, pour me some of this after I have him.
I don't know. Like John even said, he's like, the last thing on my mind is doing anything but being here with my son and my wife. I mean, and my, and Snooki or
Yeah.
Nicole. Like, I can't imagine going out anywhere, doing anything. Like, he's like, it's just so amazing how quickly your priorities and your vision in life changes.
Everything changes.
I think it'll change.
Yeah.
As soon as little Lorenzo starts screaming and keeping them up all night, he'll want to go out.
Oh, you think?
I need a break,
Yeah,
Snooki.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, the pump and dump, basically they said she can have only 1 glass of wine
Yes.
and then she can still breastfeed, but if she has anything more than that, then she has to basically dump her milk before the next feeding.
Yeah.
And I know none of us have had any children, so maybe this is going to be a stupid question too. So that just means, okay, say she has 2 bottles or 2 glasses of wine. So she pumps, and then she can't use that, but then she can use the next
Yeah,
batch.
yeah.
Yeah. And I think she's
Okay.
you can test it with those alcohol strips. that
Oh, that's what those
Jwoww got.
alcohol
Yeah.
strips are for.
And it tells
That's
you like
right.
if there's anything, then you dump it, and if there's not, then you give it to the baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And tests the breast milk.
oh, that's right. That all those
You
alcohol
sure you
strips she
haven't had a
wanted.
baby?
She's like, let me think about it.
I am sure. Before I forget, guys, go to iTunes, rate us, comment us, tell a friend. It only takes a minute. Give us 5-star ratings. Leave us some
Yay.
comments. We love reading your comments. We love like
do.
getting involved. So tell your Facebook friends, tell your Twitter friends, Instagram friends, your real friends, any friends. Call them all.
Your friends you see in person.
Yes. And just rate, comment, subscribe, do it all, guys.
Yay, thank you. Yeah, and back to Jionni. Back to the baby. So he got circumcised, and that was a big deal. And Snooki wanted to keep a little memento.
Oh my gosh. She wanted to keep the foreskin of the baby to scrapbook with.
Nicely
Doctor
put.
brought it in a little tube.
Oh.
Can you just imagine 18 years from now, like what that's gonna be like?
That's disgusting.
Lorenzo,
Okay,
look what I have.
Let's take a poll. So if any of us have a son in the future, would you keep that
No.
or have it doctor throw it out?
No, that is medical waste.
Yep.
Throw that away.
Throw
Throw it. I agree. Throw it away. Like,
Although I do know people who, I mean, I know I've heard of people like taking the placenta from the mom and planting trees and stuff from it.
Oh, that was
What?
in Family Feud today.
Oh, was it really? Because
Or
apparently,
eating it.
like, yeah,
Or eating
or
it. They
drinking
use it
it.
as
heard-
face cream.
I've heard they
Drinking
eating
it.
it, but as like a weird cultural thing.
Yeah, I've heard of eating, drinking, planting trees with it because of like life gives life. You know,
Oh
new
my
life
It's
comes
supposed
out.
to be anti-aging too if you
I've
use
heard
it
that
as
on your
face
skin.
cream. Isn't that gross? They also say baby pee
I've heard that too.
helps clear acne.
It's good. It's good for your skin.
And Snooki says she didn't mind if little Lorenzo peed in her face.
Just as long as it didn't go in her mouth. So, I mean, she looks like she has pretty good skin anyways, but she doesn't really have acne or anything. But planting trees with a placenta, that's the first time I've heard of that.
Yeah, I heard like of people doing that and like because the placenta gives like extra life to
Life.
the tree. I don't know.
It's a lot of placenta. I
Yeah.
am so clueless
I am
when
clueless
it comes
too.
to
No, it's like a full-on like lot, and you put like if you wanted, the doctor can put it like in a Tupperware for you, like
God.
like leftovers. Take home.
So how do they eat it though? Do they cook it or is it just like
Yeah.
thrown in a crock
No,
pot with a bunch
you,
of
like,
other stuff?
You like boil it, I think, or you do something.
And
to
you
it.
drink
Our
it?
systems detect that the host has wandered off the subject. Please return at once. Our systems detect that a host has wandered off the subject. Please return at once.
The bad part is, Steven, this is totally on subject. That's the bad part about this show.
They didn't eat it on the show. No recipes with Paula Deen tonight for placenta.
Placenta stew. If anybody has any good recipes, please share on our iTunes page after rating us 5 stars.
yes, I'd love to know how you eat your placenta after giving birth
So gross.
and how many it feeds. I need to know all of it.
And do you give it to the baby too? Or is it just like through the mouth? Life and life. All right. So then they go home and they take baby Lorenzo home. And how cute is it? Like his first everything. His first walk outside, his first sunshine, his first ride in the car.
It's first breath of air outside.
I know. After a while, that's probably going to get really old. But it was cute.
It was really cute. She was excited.
She was so excited.
She was in the back putting on her sunglasses on him, like, look! And it's like her sunglasses covers his entire face.
And it's funny because when you're seeing them take photos, you know she's tweeting that. You know she's
Yeah.
tweeting whatever else she does, Facebooking, tweet, and she's on Twitter like nonstop. So you know that stuff is going on Twitter, like, you know, like right away.
Do you think well, of course, she probably held those pictures. I don't remember seeing any pictures of him.
Of Lorenzo?
Yeah, like in real life when he was born.
I think, I know they did something in People magazine, but I think she had some, I don't know, maybe she didn't reveal it before. I feel like she did show some photos, but I don't really, I don't know, I don't remember.
And you're right, it probably was after the magazine cover because they got paid for
They
that.
got paid for
being
that.
the first
Exactly.
to get it. Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, was she on the cover? She was on the cover,
She was on
right?
the cover with the baby.
That's huge.
Not in her leopard gown though, in like a pink
No.
gown.
And that's the other thing too. It was cute to see like the outfit she left the hospital with was that outfit that she
Yeah.
went shopping with Jenny. I was like, oh, I remember that dress. And I think I forget who it was. I think it was you, Kelly, or I don't know who said it, but about her tattoos.
Oh yeah,
Was that
it's just,
you?
like,
Yeah.
weird that I didn't never notice that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Well, anyways, I didn't notice that either. It looked weird to see her
did.
tattoos. So, anyways, they're home. The nursery's all set up, super cute, just like Jionni's mom, as cute as all can be. And I loved how they ended the episode. I loved it. It was actually great. And then her and Jionni sit there, and Snooki's like, "Now what?"
Yeah.
And then it ends. I thought that was cute. So. All right, so that wraps up the episode. We got a little tiny bit of news and gossip, not too much.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So I searched everywhere for news for you guys. Couldn't find anything on Jenny and her engagement, nothing more than what we already know. But right now, Snooki is definitely focusing on being a mom and being the best mom that she can be. But she did spill the beans about Pauly D and Lindsay Lohan. She told Us Weekly that she thinks the two of them hooked up.
Ooh.
Yeah. She said when the cast first visited LA for the first time, she said Lindsay was really flirty with Pauly, and she's pretty sure that they made out.
Was it just a one-time thing?
That's all she said in that one, but who knows, maybe he came back without her, without the cast.
Oh.
Did another visit.
Yeah.
We'll stir up some trouble in here.
Yeah.
But that's it. There really was not anything big out there.
I think these two young ladies are just busy living their own lives and not doing crazy stuff. So, all right. Well, then now we're on to predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Ooh. All right. What do you guys think?
Oh, let's see. I think next week Jenny's gonna go wedding dress shopping.
Oh, we're
I'm
finally
gonna pull
see
that out
it.
the bag. I think she's ready to show us a dress. She's been trying to go for the first 3 episodes. I think she's gonna be ready next week. And I think Lorenzo is just gonna get cuter and cuter
I know, he's so cute.
throughout the season.
Yep.
I like it. I'm going to go off of hers, but twist it. I think Roger's going to go ring shopping.
Oh.
If not the next one, it's not the next coming up episode, the next one after that, because
It's going to happen soon,
Yeah.
you think? I think they're going to get into a little bit of a fight because I think Jenny's going to be annoyed that he doesn't propose because it does make sense he would propose at his in Maine.
Yeah.
He's got Snooki bugging them and all that. I think we're going to see it from Jenny. Be not too happy.
the wrath of Jenny.
The wrath of Jenny.
I think that's good. I think that might happen too now that you say that.
Yeah.
So
She's getting kind of tired of talking about it.
I think so too. Well, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. And I'm your host, Erika Vieira, and you can find me at Erika Vieira LA. And where can we find you girls?
I'm on Twitter. I am Kelli Taylor, and that's Kelli.
I'm on Facebook.com/Annika Michelle1. 1 the number, not like spelled out.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, bitches.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.